Hello, beautiful people. My name is Davi. I'm joined by Abe and Charlie, and today we're doing the first episode of season 2 of Severance. 3 years.
It's been too damn long.
3 years in the making.
Yep.
And if you're wondering, where's the reaction for season 1? We had watched the show prior to starting this channel, so we only have season 2 and foremost. I don't know what I'm saying, but season 2 and on.
If we get bored and there's a lull and there's another 3 years, maybe we can
We'll
go back
to
and watch
season 1.
But for now, we're gonna start season 2.
I read season 3 is already on, like, green lighted, and
I will believe it when I see it. Okay, because 3 years was a long time.
Yeah. It was. It was.
But it is very seemingly worth it for this show.
It was. And if you're new here, this episode is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, specifically the discussion portion of the show.
And you can watch it uncut as well if you become a member on YouTube or become a patron. The link for the Patreon's in the description. You can join us on YouTube by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button. Both are $5 a month. You have to have your own copy of the episode. We'll give you a countdown, time code, and you can watch along with us.
And please give this video a big thumbs up. And also, if you're new here, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you can be notified for when you have a new upload.
Yes, sir.
Season 2, Abe.
Jumping right in, bro.
Charlie, how you do? You just want to go into it?
Oh no, never mind. I've been anxious. I've been wanting to watch this.
I think we have to address where we left off, right? I mean, we're gonna start this, especially for you people watching uncut. We're gonna start this. We're watching it on Apple TV Plus, and it's gonna have the recap for season 1 right before. Right. So where did we leave off? We left off with
they used the overtime contingency to get their innie's consciousness in the outside world. We had Helly figure out that she is Helena Egan.
Yep.
The daughter of basically the owner of Lumon, which is like that to me was the best like character reveal, because you realize like how somebody can be so different in 2 different environments, because Heliar is like this rebellious person that like wants to dismantle the system, and then Helena Egan is the system on the outside. So I thought that was dope. And then we have Mark S. realized that Miss Casey and Gemma, his wife who has died, are the same person, and he believes them to be alive, although we don't know really what happened to Miss Casey.
Where she went after him.
Yeah, it looked like they sent her to the top floor or something like that, or the testing floor, I think is what I remember, whatever the hell that means. But that's open loop. The one that I'm also curious about, because we didn't see how it ended out, is like the way season 1 ends is Irving is knocking on the door of Bert, but we never see Bert answer the door. So we are to assume that Audi Bert was the person who ended up talking to Bert G and had no idea what the hell was going on.
Right.
So there's a lot of craziness. I think we've seen the trailers for this, so we know they're back in the office. I think there's a little bit of like, people know that they're whistleblowing. People have a little bit more eyes on Lumon, but like, what does this season entail is the question. There's so many questions left to be answered. Probably won't get all the answers in this season, but it's such a good show.
It is a great show. I think when I was rewatching it this week before we started season 2, and what made me realize is how they did a fantastic job at just keeping everything at Lumon. And then when the show expands to the last episode, you realize the sheer scale that this show can go, like the direction this can take. Like it gets massive with the final episode.
Yeah.
And I really love that.
Yeah. I think also, like, again, one of the questions I'm curious about is like I saw somebody before watching the first episode of the season, like trying to understand like what it is that Lumon does, because nobody actually knows.
Yeah.
Someone was theorizing that that's something to do with water. They have the water logo or something like that. I have no idea. I'm like, it's one of the few shows where I'm like, there is a mystery and I'm itching to figure it out. And I love that kind of stuff. And Severance is doing a fantastic job at that.
Yeah. They leave everything just vague enough to pique your interest and be like, you understand what's happening, but at the same time, you're like, what the hell is actually happening?
Yes. Yeah, indeed.
With that being said, Charlie, season 2, episode 1.
Hello, Miss Cobel.
Previously on Severance.
Hi there. You on the table? You have been hired to a position on the severed floor of Lumon Industries.
Ow! That piece hung in the perpetuity wing for many years.
I met the O&D department head.
Bert? I've met that guy. He's a...
I love Dylan.
Talk about his sacrifice in season 1, being like, no, I'll stay behind.
Has anyone seen anything like this before?
I love that plot line where like outside he thinks his brother-in-law is a dork, and inside he's like, I love this man.
But they don't remember.
Yo, that reveal was
so good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to hold those things down for as long as he did.
Goddamn OTC's been triggered.
Yo, Charlie, what was it that you said about Milchick and the way he runs?
Oh, yeah, he runs like an NBA referee. He really does.
That was so spot on.
Charlie, you spot on,
That
bro.
was so spot on.
All right, here we go.
No. Listen, we're not happy. We're miserable. They torture us down there. We're prisoners. She's alive.
So here's the thing, like, did he just spawn there? No, right?
No, it's consciousness.
I want to understand the transition of him screaming at the party and then to getting here.
Yeah, well, we'll probably get that background.
Oh, they got a budget. You can tell.
Oh yeah, they're
camera movement.
They're
Oh
using
yeah,
that robot arm.
Yeah, I think it was 10 million each episode.
Oh my god, bro, that's crazy. That's an indie film. 10 indie films worth of a season.
They're being smart though. Apple's doing a 7-day free trial right now, right when the season's starting.
Really smart.
New Year's they did a free weekend, bro. Oh yeah. This camera work is crazy.
Something weird about the coloring right now, though.
I don't think so.
Like looking blue to me.
The show in general has a blue tint.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. This sort of office would drive me insane. Oh damn.
I mean,
Wellness.
kind of reminds me of my office because we're in the basement and we have no windows.
It does not look like that.
It doesn't look like this.
It does not look like that.
But there's no view to the outside world.
Yeah,
so
but you got, like-
sometimes I think I'm severed.
Yeah, but you got like movie posters and stuff like
In the hallway, in the tunnels, underground tunnels.
Yeah.
The wellness center is nothing but a small cube with sofas,
Yeah, it used to have like a tree, a little like
right?
waterfall type thing. Who's that?
That security guy.
No, he died.
He
He
dead.
died. Yeah.
Unless they can bring people back from the dead, and that's what they did with Gemma.
Ugh.
But we have no idea who that was. We only saw like their arm. Oh my god.
I suppose you're Mark S.
Whole different team.
I'm Mark W.
Oh my gosh.
Who are you people?
Perché stai in piedi in modo strano?
Oh,
Would you be open to using a different first name to avoid confusion?
Welcome back, Mark S. In a minute.
this is Tony Brothers in his prime. That's who that is. Person you hate, but like in his prime, he's dangerous.
Mr. Milchick, please.
What you all did 5 months ago was one of the most painful
5
moments in the
months?
history of this company.
5 months?
I too was wounded by it. Mark, this is Miss Wong. Miss Wong, Mark S.
Child labor now? Literally a child.
Lumen, child labor laws.
Doesn't apply.
Is it normal for a child to...
Excuse the clutter.
Oh, he took over the
Cobel's office?
Cobel's
Okay,
office.
what's happening?
Miss Cobel is no longer with this company. I now manage the severed floor.
What about my team?
We didn't fire them. Kelly R. and Irving B. both successfully made contact with persons on the outside, just as you did. Dylan G's Audi learned what happened after the fact. The 4 of you have achieved international fame. As a group, you've become known as the face of severance reform.
Oh my god. Are they friends on the outside now?
I locked you in a room like an animal, Mark. As an unsevered man, I'll carry that knowledge the rest of my life. But for the past 5 months, we've been asking how a sadist like Harmony Cobel could take fertile root in Lumen soil. And what that says about us.
Whoa, not what I was expecting.
We also know Miss Cobel was at your sister's home when you awoke there.
Yeah. Why was that?
We believe she developed an erotic fixation on you and had plans to pursue both you and your Audi in what might be termed a throuple.
What?
I'm so done.
No way.
Thankfully, she failed at this.
That is not what happened.
No.
You still haven't told me where my team is.
We tried for weeks to get them back, Mark. None of them agreed. We told them other reforms, but it wasn't enough.
Except for me.
Yeah, like why would he go back?
Why would out?
In fact, he begged us to let him back right away.
He's plotting something.
He's trying to find
That's
Gemma.
Or he's plotting something.
They refused.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to hear it from them.
Here's a video of them, like they usually do.
That's not possible. Enjoy your balloons.
That guy used to be like a puppet for Miss Cobel and the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Cobel was a puppet too.
yeah, but like he was always following orders. So now for him to flip it,
Yeah, I want to know what the reform is.
yeah.
Speaking of which, how much do we see of that Mr. Milkshake?
Milchick.
What?
It's Milchick.
not milkshake, and I don't know. Marco, where I can find some Inca pencils? Supply closet?
Inca pencils.
Did you really see the outie world?
Yeah,
How's the sky?
I don't know.
What, you didn't see it?
Well, I went outside for a second, but I was distracted by my brother-in-law.
We made a list of what we'd most like to see on the outside, and sky was an easy number one. Brothers-in-law weren't even on the list.
Grazie.
Well, if your brother-in-law was an insanely excellent author.
Oh my God, how's wind? Is it just like getting breathed on, kind of?
Hello, refiners.
Hello, Miss Wong.
It's the ball game.
The ball game.
Let's head to the kitchenette.
Is he?
Oh, it's like the passing of the ball thing. They did that in the first season, didn't they?
Oh yeah, the game where you like share.
Is she
something.
doing Mr. Milchick's role now?
Yeah, low key.
My name is Miss Huang. It's my first day here as deputy manager.
God.
I guess something about me is that before this, I was a crossing guard. Mark W?
Why are you a child?
Great question.
Great question mark.
Because of when I was born.
Wow.
Honestly, great response.
Hi, I'm Mark W. I'm from the MDR department of Branch 5X, where I work with Gwendolyn Y. Kind of a fun fact about me is that I thought I'd be permanently retired when my branch shut down. So this is a nice surprise.
MDR times 5?
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
I'm Mark S. Something about me
I don't support child labor.
that I am lucky enough to have made 4 new friends today.
That's nice, Mark. But I have to remind you that I'm a supervisor,
Oh my God.
not a friend.
3 new friends.
Oh my God. That was crazy.
Yeah. He's looking at her as like she's next on my
Yeah,
head list.
I was going to say, he was looking like commit infanticide. Like, Jesus.
Also, I'm so curious about like why the old tech here.
I think it's because of the way, like, they don't want them accessing like that level of technology. Someone smart enough to be able to access things that they shouldn't be able to. Because the outside, it's modern day.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Okay, yes. Let's freaking understand what the hell is going on.
What the heck? He never left?
Oh yeah, well, we're only getting
Yeah,
the Annie
we're only
perspective.
getting the Annie, yeah. Are they saving the Audi for next episode?
Probably.
What's your perpetuity wing like? Do the Egan's move?
No.
Probably because it's an older branch. Ours were animatronic.
What the hell? Like a Chuck E. Cheese?
Did you have an elevator?
We had, how do you say, a rope.
Jesus.
I'm heading out. You good?
Yep.
Just trying to write a letter.
Oh, they have the same protocol, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
They can't carry out written notes.
We never hit quota, not once. But it seems like you really liked yours. So I'm sorry. Good night, Mark.
Good night.
Kind of love Mark W. a little bit.
I'm just imagining how this must feel like hell, bro, because it's like you're leaving work and instantly feels like you're coming right back into work.
No, that's the
You
work.
have
Yeah,
no-
that's why it's slavery.
Oh, he put the note
In his thing.
in Mark W's pocket.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, for his
Why?
Audi? For his Audi?
But that doesn't matter. He's gonna get caught with it. Is he trying to get him like expelled or like fired?
Dear Audi, I don't know if this will reach you, but I'm writing to alert you of the heinous conditions in the severed office to which you have transferred me. The branch is run by a shambolic rube who goes by Milkshake. A man whose stupidity is rivaled only by that of the 9 core principles. You must continue to send me here. Please consider strapping a bomb to me so that I may explode both Milkshake and the very spirit of Keir Egan. Wrathfully, your innie, Mark W.
Oh my God, that's very serious.
Is it earnest?
Oh, I feel bad for him.
Do you really think I'm a shambolic rube?
Wait, you think I wrote this note?
Were you going to frame all of us or just Mark W?
Clever way to secure the name for yourself, I suppose.
I don't know why you hate this team.
I don't hate this team.
You didn't even disguise your own handwriting.
I don't know how he thought this was a good plan.
You know what? I don't even know who this team is. I told you, I want my team. Which part of that don't you understand?
Marcus, at this time, I revoke your status as department chief, which will be transferred to your intended victim, Mark W.
I accept.
You will be relegated to the office and must check in regularly as to your progress.
Do you even have a brother-in-law, asshole?
He's like, this is going to be fun.
You don't know what I did to the kitchenette yet, do you?
Oh, what do you do? Oh, he's distracting them?
God damn it.
Did he actually do something?
I don't think so.
Hey!
Oh Let's talk to the board.
Mr. Milchick, I've got Marcus in your office. He's got the speaker.
There we go, Tony Brothers on the boom.
Okay, well, if you're there, please listen. Now, I know that you want to do the right thing for severed people, which is why I need to see my team again. Mark! If you truly are the face of Severance reform, as you say, then they deserve a chance. Mark! Please, they're my friends. You can't just make them disappear. Please!
What if they're all still there but just working different departments?
That's what I'm wondering.
The board does not converse with innies. It is clear your Audi's fame has gone to your innie's head.
Yeah, my innie just wants his co-workers back so we can serve Kier together. Are you firing me?
On you go.
Dismissed early?
Why can't you just bring them back?
Goodbye, Marcus.
He's a great actor, by the way.
Wait!
Back again.
That's crazy. That painting.
Dylan! Mark, did it work?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Milchick was... I didn't think I was coming back.
Okay, I've been back a couple days already.
What?
Yeah, and they had a whole new team.
Cobel just replaced us?
No. Cobel's gone. Milchick's in charge.
So the man who just tackled me and cut up my best belt is our boss now?
Really? He tackled you?
Yeah, bad. Which, I mean, fair, I tackled the man first, but I didn't f with his belt. Kier pardons his betrayers?
Oh, it's supposed to be them. My dog, Irving.
Carmine Falcone.
Wait, but he just...
Yeah, he just came back from knocking on birds.
So that would mean that everyone's coming back from that exact moment.
Yeah.
Except Mark, because he's been back already.
That's trippy. I don't understand.
How?
Because it's been 2 days.
Bro, it's their consciousness. Their consciousness dies the second they go out. Only when they're back in this place does their consciousness revert to the innie.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Hallie! Oh my God, are you okay?
I'm okay. Did you wake up?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Same.
Oh my God, I was so worried about you.
How long has it been?
5 months, maybe more.
Where's everybody else?
Come on.
What the heck?
They're gone.
Irving?
Okay, so what is going on? We're not in trouble?
I don't think so. I mean, Milchick said our message got out. He said we're famous.
All of us equally, or one of us is like the star?
He tried to fire me, I think.
Why?
Well, because I sort of sabotaged the new people.
New people?
So what the f happened up there?
Well, look, Milchick is probably coming.
Good. I owe him a fucking belt cut. Now tell me.
Wait, what happened to the security camera?
I'm sorry, I was,
You okay?
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss Wong. Mr. Milchick's waiting for you in the break room.
Oh, boy. Watch, they like reformed the break room.
So they replaced us?
For a couple days.
Who was me?
They weren't like specific counterparts. They were, I don't know, weird.
Well, I don't think you should feel bad at all.
Feel bad?
Yeah, for ending their lives. F them. I'm sure they deserved it.
Is this what he was painting, by the way? Do you guys remember the last episode? Yeah. He was painting like a dark hallway.
Could be.
I knew it. It'd be something different.
What in the Star Trek?
Yeah, deadass.
Macro data refinement. Welcome back. Please, take a seat.
What? I'm a What the heck?
I'm a frolicaholic.
I guess the board reconsidered my terms.
Guess so.
He's pissed about it.
Lumen is listening.
What you're about to see will be shown to every innie who sets foot in this building after today. I hope it will give you a sense of Lumen's feelings.
I hate how they use him like that, bro. It's so creepy.
I'm the Lumen Administrative Building, Branch 501. But one thing I've always had is a love for my workers, both unsevered and severed. But my basement floor is one of the premier severed workspaces in the 206 countries from which Lumen operates.
Whoa.
No running in my halls. That tickles. This question came to light when 4 NDR workers, dissatisfied with their severed lives, conspired to mount what Lumen historians will forever call the Macrodat Uprising.
Not the claymation stuff.
Righteous anger.
Let's burn this place to the ground.
Yeah.
So dead.
It looks like that Jack Frost special.
Yep.
And love.
Oh God, Yeah, they see everything.
What the shit?
The Macrodat uprising yielded bounteous reforms. These include tasty new snacks like fruit leather.
Why'd they make him the one eating?
The incentives were also reformed and now range from hall passes to pineapple bobbing to our brand new playful mirror room.
That's going to be some trippy shit. I would not want to see what's in there.
Playful mirror room.
Yet it took the quiet courage of 4 MDR heroes to show me who I really am. I thank Kier for the Macrodat uprising.
It was like, yo, that was kind of cinema, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
I know we have our differences, but I want you to know that I truly respect each and every one of you. And I don't want to be your jailer. By end of day, each of you will choose whether you want to remain here. Not your outies, but you. If you start work on your file, I'll assume you want to stay. If not, I'll send you to the surface. No ill will. Maybe I'll even buy you a drink at a bistro one day. Like the rest of the severed floor, the break room has no cameras or microphones.
This is cap. I don't believe it.
So he's saying they removed all the cameras.
I don't believe it. I think they hide them.
But like, knowing what you know now, why would you want to stay?
Yeah, definitely not.
Right? I can see Mark having a reason to stay because he's still trying to figure out the whole thing with his wife.
Massive ass head game is what that was.
Agreed.
So what the hell did you guys see up there?
He said there were no microphones in here.
Yeah, he says a lot of shit, so just fucking whisper it.
Okay, so I was at a party at my sister's house for Rick and Hale.
You know Rick and Hale.
It's my Audie's brother-in-law.
What?
For some reason, we both know Cobel.
That's insane.
Just before I switched back, I found a wedding photo. Now, I guess my Audie's wife died a few years ago. The woman in the photo was Miss Casey.
Miss Casey is your wife?
It's my Audie's wife.
But she's dead.
No, I know, but it was her.
Then she's down here.
I went to wellness. It's gone.
Are you okay?
Yeah, well, I don't know. What about you? What did you see?
I saw the inside of a really fucking...
Yo.
Oh
that's
my
her.
gosh.
That's her. That's Helena. 1000% it's her. I was already suspecting something.
Is there, or is she just afraid to admit that she's
Nah,
the
she's
daughter?
Why would she lie?
Then I went outside and found a guy. He looked like a gardener.
This looks so rehearsed, bro.
Told him everything. I think he kind of thought it was bullshit.
I'm telling you.
That his brother was a cop and that he would tell him everything.
They probably had her watch clips of how her Annie operates in the severed floors.
A gardener?
This is why they removed the microphones. They don't need one.
A night gardener?
A night gardener.
I think so. Maybe he has a different job during the day.
He's suspicious already.
Or what did you see?
It's not our world up there. That's what I saw.
Come on, man. You can tell us.
Yeah, it's okay. Even if it's bad.
Irv, I just want to walk for a bit.
He's probably shook because he's like the most different on the outside too. Like his Audi does not fit this version of him at all.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like anyway.
Hey, Irv's gonna be okay, right?
Yeah.
He's like sussing her out, I think.
Have till the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Did you guys look happy in the wedding photo?
Yeah, we did. Miss Casey and I never felt that way.
Okay.
It's either it's Helena or she's reintegrated.
As in like they wiped her mind again?
No, as in like she's connected to both memories, like Petey.
Though technically, strictly speaking, she's not your wife. Pretty sure you're out. You bought the ring.
Sure, except, you know, we're the same-ish person, so it's mushy.
It's mushy? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's mushy?
Kelly.
We're not the same, actually. Us and the Audis, we're not. And speaking for myself, I don't think we owe them shit.
Yo, oh my God.
But Miss Casey is, well, she's one of us. So if you want to help your Audi and find out what happened to her, I'll help.
I don't know what to think.
I have no idea. I'm so stuck.
I think I'm staying.
But she might just be fooling him to stay, not let him leave.
I failed at the objective. I went to go find Bert.
Okay, did you see him?
He's married. Or at least he's with someone. I saw them through the window.
Shit.
I should be happy he's happy.
But, seems like you're probably not, right?
And his Audi, it seems like lonely.
When I was happy was when all I knew was MDR. When I was good at my job. I'm not trying to be happy. I'm going to leave, Dylan.
It is not leaving, so stop fucking calling it.
I know you
Just
want...
fucking try.
You're a good friend, Dylan. Before I went to Bert's, I woke up in my apartment.
I was standing in front of some kind of easel.
There's easels up there.
My Audi was working on a painting of a hallway. Black hallway.
Yeah, you're right.
Like the break room one?
No, it was different, darker.
Okay.
There was an elevator at the end with a downward arrow.
So it's the testing floor?
The same one that
Miss Casey went to, maybe?
Yeah.
I wanted you to know before I left.
Okay, well, you're not. No, stop it. Stop it. Listen to me. Look, I'm sorry that Audi Bert has a hot husband or whatever, but he's not the point. Any Bert is the guy you fell for, and I know because I encouraged the courtship.
Yeah, but he's gone.
I want it to be over.
Okay, so then after you find the black hallway or...
I want the pain to be over. If he's gone and I'm gone.
Stop saying that.
Then somehow we'll be together.
He wouldn't want that.
How do you know?
Because I don't want that. Because I would be sad, and I would be less productive. And I'm really good at what I do here, whatever it is. And you're part of what makes me good at it, so please do not go.
Dylan, I'm your favorite perk.
Don't bring them into this.
Dylan G, Mr. Milchick would like to see you.
Oh my God. These two again, bro.
To give him info about his family.
He's going to try to like befriend him to keep him in check.
I know, but they said it would be corrected by now.
No, interesting.
It should be Mr. Milchick. Please see that it's taken care of. Yes, thank you.
You wanted to see me?
I did.
You gonna apologize about the belt?
Your wife's name is Gretchen.
You were right, Charlie.
What?
Didn't you say he's going to tell him about his kids and stuff? His family?
David did.
Oh, you said that?
Come with me.
This is such mind games, though. Like, they have ulterior motives for doing this.
They're just trying to keep them basically enslaved to the company, I guess.
Take a look.
What? Audi Family Visitation Suite?
It's called the Audi Family Visitation Suite.
Are you saying I could see my family here?
If you take the name of the room at face value, I'd say yes.
Take the name of the room at face value.
Interesting.
Sadly, everyone else in your department is single. As such, I'm asking that you keep this between us.
Is he giving them conjugal visits? Bruh. But like, do they have to get severed to get in there?
No.
You don't think so?
That wouldn't make sense. Well,
maybe if they didn't want them, like, you know.
Was she just playing computer games? What was she doing?
It's either that or working, for all we know. No one knows what the hell this shit looks like. Yeah, she literally is playing games.
You okay?
I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. Had to happen. Or right at the end, too.
Yeah.
Right at the end, the lights go off. I swear, they're just like playing games is their job. Weird games with numbers. Oh.
Huh?
What?
What the heck, bro? Oh my God.
Hold on, rewind it again.
Was that Miss Casey?
Yeah, that was his wife, but like...
Rewind it.
Yo, what the heck was that?
I don't get it. He dumps the thing into the numbers into...
It's a transition to a different screen. Yo, it's like
03.
Hold on, but it's still the same like buckets of stuff. It's almost like they're reconstructing something. I have no idea because the buckets are still there. What the hell is going on? And Cold Harbor is like, you know, the names of the data sets are different bodies of water or something like that.
And I want to start with Charlie. How are you feeling coming back? We got left with a cliffhanger in season 1. Now we're returning. I'm just wondering, what's your initial thoughts and feelings towards this first episode and this season so far?
I kind of feel the same way as when I first started watching season 1 back a few years back. I have no idea what's going on. That's basically how I feel. There's a lot of confusion. Is it Helena that's in there? Is that, you know, the Audi version, or is it still her innie? Like, what's going on? Why did she lie about what she saw outside? What the hell is he doing with the numbers and his wife's face popping up on the screen?
Was that
so many questions?
Yeah, it was, bro.
Yeah.
At the end,
Miss Casey, the computer.
That
screen.
was Miss Casey.
I'm almost positive it was Miss Casey.
All right,
it was her.
What other Asian woman would they be showing like that we don't know? That'd be really strange.
Yeah, and then there was also the thing with Dylan getting like special visitation from his family in the outside. Like something weird is happening here.
Yeah.
Like they're putting up this
facade.
They're putting up like this performance of like, oh, we heard your dissatisfactions, and now we're making change. Right? They're like one of those companies. That
it's a it's a lot of commentary on corporate America.
Yeah, exactly. But in reality, are they really going to implement these things, or are they just gonna, you know, mask it with something and pretend that's what's happening, but something else is actually happening.
Right.
So I there's a lot of questions, and I know we're going to get answers to them, but I'm ready for episode 2.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Abe, how are you feeling?
Dude, I have so many questions. I'm already tripped out on a lot of the stuff that Charlie was saying. On the heli conversation or question, like, to me, it's 2 scenarios. There's no way that it's the innie of heli. That's my take. I think that there's no way that it's her. I think it's either Helena, and she's been like trained and coached to be her innie, kind of like what you were saying, or they've figured out how to like reintegrate her properly, meaning she has both memories at this point. And the reason why I'm stuck is because, firstly, she was too like, oh yeah, he said there's no microphones. Like, she is the most untrustworthy. Like, she doesn't trust anybody in the first season. Like, she's the person who doesn't trust anybody. So the fact that she's like, oh no, it's fine, we can say whatever, red flag.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
But the other side of it is, she said, like, you know, in the cases of like, you know, what if we're horrible outside, like almost like what her innie would say of like, my outie is terrible, like I hate her. So like, part of me is like, are you putting on that face because you've been trained to know like what your innie would say, or is it because like part of you still is that innie? So I don't know. And also, like, I have a feeling like she would be the first one to be like, we need to figure it out. Right now, Dylan's the one that's like leading the way and be like, guys, we need to figure out X, Y, and Z. Usually she's that person. Right now, she just seems like content to be there for the most part and just like go with the flow, which is not the heli that we know in the first season. So I'm super skeptical. I'm sure everybody's already talking about this online. We're a little bit late to reacting to this, but that to me is like the talking point of this season and the first episode.
Because we know that she is the daughter of the CEO.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah.
That dynamic alone just adds so much to this entire narrative.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, what do you thought about Irv in this episode? And how he wanted to be the only one to leave. And what do you think stood out to him? What stood out about him in this episode?
Well, I think he has a complicated scenario because he is in love with someone who is not there anymore, right?
Yep, correct. So he retired.
And he only knows that feeling here in Lumon. And as long as he's there, he's going to keep remembering and suffering the fact that he can no longer see the person he loves. But if he goes back and quits Lumon and just lives as his outie self, the memory is gone and he doesn't have to deal with it anymore. So he can kind of just numb the pain. So it's a tough scenario because it's like, yeah, I'm in here. I feel this pain because I like lost the person I love. And also now I know that outside he is potentially married, has another partner, all this stuff. But also like I have my friends here. Yeah. Like it's a tough internal battle for sure. And I don't blame him for wanting to leave to just numb the pain.
Yeah. I will say this though, like one thing that stood out to me about Irv in the season finale is about his outie. Like we actually learned, you know, we didn't get like an in-depth of like what his life is, but we learned, I think, that he's actually pretty similar to Mark in his outie for a couple of reasons. One, he seems really isolated. Like we don't see anybody around him. Mm-hmm. Clearly he's got some dark shit going on in his brain because of all the paintings and, you know, it's all black and whatever. And it's the only thing that he can paint. And all he does is listen to like rock and like when he's doing these things. And then the other part that I don't think we don't talk about is Irv clearly was investigating Lumon.
Yeah,
like he had
map.
He had the map. He had a sheet of paper that said all of the severed employees' names. Like, and he's been like painting this hallway that nobody really knows what the hell it is, which is similar to what was going on with Mark. Like Mark was trying to figure out what the hell's going on with Lumon too. So like, I think part of his despair is like not only is his innie in despair, clearly his outie is in some form of despair as well, and very isolated and alone. So to me, like his character is super interesting, and I'm actually really intrigued to know about him on the outside more because I think he's the one we actually know the least about.
Right.
So I'm excited to get his Audie's perspective a lot in this episode, or in this season, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. And we see Mark S. Right, he comes in and he's introduced to a new group of data refinements times 5. That's what they said. One Mark W. said that he worked macro data refinement group times 5, something like that.
Like the 5th branch.
Yeah,
or
the
something
5th branch.
Like that.
So there's multiple branches of macro data refinements.
Of Lumen.
Yeah.
And he was that department.
Okay. Yeah. Just wondering, what do you thought about those 3 characters we were introduced at the beginning, and what do you think their significance is at the moment?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to think about this from like the Lumen perspective of like what the motive was, because to me it's like Charlie was spot on in the beginning. They're like putting on this facade of what they want them to think, and like we're different and so on and so forth. But like, how did they expect that Mark S's character or Mark S's Innie would come in here and just be fine with these new people? Like clearly he's going to be like, where's my team? And go crazy. So I don't know what it is that they were exactly thinking was going to happen when bringing in those new people. But I think it was almost like an attempt to like just push on and be like, yep. And I want to know between the speaker moment and in the next, day where all his, actual coworkers come back, like what happened? Did the board decide something? I have a suspicion, and I'm wondering, like, is Helena on the board? Is this partially her idea to be like, no, bring everybody back in? Like, we need to keep, like, is this all a ploy to try to keep Mark S, like, stable? Because if he's the only one choosing to come back in, I think it's because on the outside, like, he is the one that won't drop this.
Right.
Maybe the other ones are all content with living the rest of their lives. Like Dylan has a family. Helena's obviously part of the board or part of the Egan family. So she, probably doesn't want to actually expose what's going on. And Irv is very isolated. So to me, it's like Mark is the one driving this, continuing to dig into Lumen and figure out what the hell is going on. And I think that partially they're trying to create an environment to control his Innie to only be able to figure out what they want him to figure out.
I think I have a theory about the new employees at the beginning too. Well, I think it's more, it might serve purpose for both within the show and for us, the audience. But forgive me if I'm not remembering from season 1, but I do not remember them showing us how big Lumen is. And so this gives us a context of like, oh, there's people from other branches.
Yeah.
And then the video that they saw is like, we operate in over 200 countries. And now you're like, Jesus Christ, Lumen is this massive corporation. They're not just here centralized in this location, wherever it is that they live in America.
Right.
And it's not just an internal problem here. It's all over the world.
Yeah.
And so this is just a small little, confine of what's happening with Lumen potentially all over the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what the purpose of those other employees were, to show like, oh yeah, I used to work in this other location for Lumen, but now I'm here.
And maybe part of it also is like to try to show Mark like this is way too big. There's no way you can figure it out.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But we have to remember from the context clues that I can pick up, the town and the city they're in is named Kier. I'm under the impression this is like the original Lumen place. Like this is where everything goes down. Clearly the board gala thing was happening in the same town because Miss Cobel was able to go there. So like to me, like regardless if they're trying to paint the picture like this is a way bigger web than there is something in this specific location that is significant.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
more significant than the others.
Like potentially like the headquarters or something.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Corporation. So
right.
It would make sense because they all have to commute to work, right? So they have to live close by and whatever. And Helena's there doing the event or whatever, and her dad's the CEO.
And the town, bro, it's named Kier.
Right.
Like,
so it is most likely the headquarters.
Yeah. So to me, there's something about this town specifically.
There's something about Kier, man. It just like, freaks me out.
It's ominous.
But here's the other thing too. That video that they showed could just be propaganda.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is propaganda.
No, I know, but I'm saying like they're lying about operating in many countries and this, that, and the third. Like it could totally be bullshit.
I kind of believe it Like,
Yeah, I do too.
Like 200 locations, like sure, like if they're a massive corporation, like they definitely could be that. The significance of it, like it's hard to know what it is they're angling at and what they want them to know. I mean, it's very clearly like propaganda of like, we are a company that actually appreciates, you know, it's like when
employees.
It's like when a corporation resists for the longest time for people to unionize, and they're like, no, we don't want this, and then they finally do unionize, and they'll be like, yeah, well, we support our workers. Like, it's the same thing. You have to save face in some way. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot of cool, interesting, topical commentary that's going on in this show.
Right.
Yeah, dude, this show's so good, so damn good.
It is. Mr. Milchick is now
the manager
of the floor.
Yep.
And we have a new what's her name? Miss Huang.
Yeah.
A child.
A literal child.
She's like the supervisor.
The supervisor, yeah. She's a supervisor watching.
Why are you a child? Because of when I was born.
She took his job.
Yeah.
And he got Mrs. Cobel's job. Miss Cobel's job, sorry.
Yeah.
So
Charlie, what stood out to you about Mr. Milchick in this first episode? Is there something?
He is a supporter of child labor. He still runs like a NBA referee. He's got that for him.
100%.
Yep.
I mean, it's weird because from the very beginning of the episode when he's talking to Mark and stuff, or I forget who he's talking to, either Mark or Dylan, it seemed like he was maybe genuine about the whole, like, you know, we hear you, we're making changes, whatever. And then as it progresses, it's kind of like...
He's a puppet.
Yeah, exactly. So he can be hard to read at times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So...
But it's... Yeah, I think I agree with you. Like, clearly he is trying to put on a face where, like, he gets them to trust them. But at the same time, like, we know they don't trust him. And I love being in the dark. You know, donate to keep the lights on, guys. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Someone left that comment. I can't keep... Every time the light goes out, I think about that. Yeah, I think he is trying to put on a facade, but like it's very clear that like he is just a puppet, because at the end of the day, right? Like I remember going back to when Mark broke into his office and grabbed the speaker. He's like, the board does not concern itself with innies. Guess what? The next day, he got his entire team back. So clearly the board does listen whether Milchick wants them to or not. And the same thing happened with Cobel. Like she was trying to get the board to listen about reintegration in the first season, all these sorts of things. And they only listen to what they want to. So at the end of the day, like they may have power, but their power is very limited.
Either is that, or it's them trying to act like they are listening and they do care by like giving in on certain things.
No, they are doing that. Yeah. 100%. They are doing that. I just think it's like, you know, Milchick is only a small pawn in the game of Lumon. Like that's the point that I'm trying to make.
Right.
Oh man.
And I don't know if he's ever really spoken to the council or whatever.
The board.
The board. Yeah. I don't know if he's ever really spoken to the board.
We haven't seen it.
It was Miss Cobel before. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, Mark found out how she does that and he did it. But
and the show showed us a little bit of his insignificance. Like he has a welcome screen that still says, hello, Miss Cobel. Right. And they won't fix it. And he's like so frustrated about this thing. And it's like, dude, you're small fry priority right now. Like you're not, we don't care at the end of the day.
Right.
So again, and we saw the same frustrations that Miss Cobel had with the board. So they're all at the behest of the Lumon machine. Yep. And whatever the hell that is. And like, that is what I want to understand. We saw in this preview, like in the season preview, just to go to that, couple things. We saw, I believe, Helena in a boardroom.
In a boardroom with Cobel.
Yeah. Like
Selvig.
Yeah. Like there are things there that are making me feel like we are going to get a bigger glimpse into the machine, because she's the key to that. Like she is the most, she's the closest to that.
Right.
So to me, I think it's going to be very revealing very soon, like, because we're going to go to the Audis, right, in the next episode.
Yeah, we are.
I doubt that they're going to give us Helena right away. I think that's going to be held for a bit. Because I think it would be too much to reveal right away. But dude, I'm so excited. Now I can actually like scroll Twitter and see what people are talking about.
And what they're theorizing.
Because there's so many theories that you can have.
There is. There definitely is. I'm wondering, before we end it, I want to ask, what are the questions that you guys have so far for this first episode?
Everything.
What the hell is Lumon? What the hell are y'all doing? Like,
what is it that you say you do here?
Literally, like 100% that question. Because outside of the fact that they like invented Severance, I have no idea what it is that company.
Why do they have to be severed? Like,
yes.
Why? What is the reason?
Yes. What is that last frame that we got in this episode with Miss Casey on the computer? With also like it felt like we were getting a glimpse of what macro data refinement actually is, because it was the screen. We saw the same elements of the macro data stuff, like the bins at the bottom, the name of the data set, and her face. What the hell is that? I want to know what the hell that is.
Yeah.
What the hell role is Bert G going to play? This man no longer works at Lumon. He probably knows Irving just because this random dude knocked on his door.
Right.
But we saw him in the preview. What is Irving's life? How the hell does he know about this dark hallway? Who the hell is this child that is just like, is she a slave? Like, genuinely. Or is she another like dead family member of a person who doesn't know that they're like a family member, like Miss Casey? You know what I mean? Like these are the things to me that I have so many damn questions, and I'm so glad this show is a thing, because they truly are building it into this massive thing that you couldn't imagine in the first few episodes of the first season, and the potential is insane for what they can build.
Yeah, it is. This is going to be a good season.
Yeah,
it's going to be a fun, great season. I'm excited. And y'all, please comment your theories on what you guys thought about this episode. Yep. Continue to theorize with us. We love you guys and see you soon for more Severance Season 2. Stay beautiful, y'all.
See ya.